Hello, this is Mr. Spy, and welcome to my video on the empirical rule, also known as the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Let's begin. Okay, so you use this rule to build the normal curve and to find pre-set up proportions in between each set of standard deviations. Set up standard deviations are 1, 2, and 3 standard deviations. So let's begin. So this is from Unit 2.2 in the AP Statistics curriculum. It's called the empirical rule, or the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Let's give it a few more minutes for it to load. Okay, so let's want to go over first how to set up the normal curve. So imagine you had a mean. You had a mean, the Greek letter mu, of 7. So the average weight of different items was 7 ounces. And the standard deviation, notated by sigma, was 2 ounces. And you wanted to set up the normal curve. So it's really simple. You put 7. You put 7. You put 7 right by the 0. Then you count 2 to go up. So 7 plus 2 is 9, then 11, then plus 2 is 13, and one more time, 15. So those will be going up the standard deviation. You do the same thing going down. 7 minus 2, 5, 3, 1, negative 1. And then you got all the numbers you would need on the negative, on the curve, for the normal curve. Okay, we'll do this for a few more problems, and that's it. Let's look at it. Now, why is this important? Well, in between each standard deviation, there's a certain amount of percent. Okay. In between negative 1 and positive 1 is 68% of the data. Between negative 2 and positive 2 is 95% of the data. And between negative 3 and positive 3 is 99.7% of the data. You never need to go beyond 3 standard deviations in each direction from the mean. So let's do the first example. Okay, so here we have the example set up. You always draw the normal curve, and they're always going to give you some information. So in this case, they'll say the mean is 7.5 ounces. Standard deviation is 1.5 ounces in each direction. And they want us to find the interval for 95%. So the interval for 95%, it's always an open interval, never includes the endpoints. Now let's set it up. So let's change the color to orange. You put the mean in the middle, 7.5. And then you count up 1.5 in each direction. 7.5 plus 1.5 is 9. And then you count up again. 9 plus 1.5 is 10.5. Let's do it one more time. 10.5 plus 1.5 is 12. Now you go in the opposite direction. Do 7.5 minus 1.5. (7.5) minus 1.5 is 6. Then you keep going down. Minus another 1.5 is 4.5. Minus another 1.5 is 3. Now, you gotta remember that between -2 and 2 is 95% of the data. So, the weight will be between 4.5 and 10.5. Okay, let's do another one. Okay. Okay. Here, let's say the mean that took you on a test was 38 minutes. With a standard deviation of 4 minutes. Apologize for my really bad sigma there. Maybe rewrite it. And we wanted to know the 68% interval. So you put the 38 in the middle, above 0. Then you add 4 in each direction. So 38 plus 4 is 42. Plus another 4 is 46. Plus another 4 is 50. And you go in the other direction. 38 minus 4. So that'll be 34, 30, and 26. And 68% is 1 standard deviation. That'll be 95 will be 2, and 99.7 will be 3. So we want 68. So that'll be the interval of 34 minutes to 42 minutes. Okay, let's do a problem a little different this time. This time starting with the percentage. So we want to know what percent would be if we already know that our mean is 100, our standard deviation is 20, and we have an interval of 60 to 140. So you put 100 in the middle, move 20 up, so that's 120, then 140, then 160, then you move 20 down, 80, 60, 40. You want between 60 and 140, that's -2 to -2, that's 95%. Do one more example. Okay, so imagine you have a mean of 80 seconds to do a job with a standard deviation of 2, and you want an interval of 86 as the upper bound and 80 and 74 as the lower bound. So that's your interval. What's the percent? Well, you put 80 in the middle, go up 82, 84, 86, then you go down 78, 76, 74. That's negative 3 to 3, which is 99.7%. That is how you find the percentage using the interval or using the interval to find the percent. Only difference between the problems here and the problems that you'll do in your class is they'll be in context of a scenario. Hope that was a quick overview, and that's it. On my next video, we'll be covering the explanatory and response variables. And if you want more videos, please subscribe.